Yo, today in the mix, episode 51. I got my man BX Boxer, aka Squared Circle Comics. Stick around. What? You called me texting. What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. It is your boy DJ Linx, back in the building, back in effect, and back in the mix. And I'm happy to be alive. It's Friday. It's a gorgeous day outside. Had a rough day at work. I was just explaining to my man BX Boxer backstage, and we were bonding over the trials and tribulations that we go through at our day jobs. But it is what it is. That's what makes us build character. Before we bring in our esteemed guests, obviously we're gonna go through the sponsorships and all that stuff. Yeah, let me do the sponsorship first, but then I also have something that I want to talk about. So first and foremost, big up to the channel sponsor, Jose Gonzalez, Spidey's Powder Tumblers for all your custom-made powder-coated stainless steel tumbler needs, tumblers, keychains, machetes, like legit. If you watch Mcu Studios, my guy, good friend Mcu Studios, he has a custom-made machete that Jose Gonzalez did for him. So make sure you check out Jose Gonzalez. He also puts out great YouTube content. What is going on YouTube? He puts out some dope shit. So go over there and check him out. Also want to say what's up to all the Link Squad members. So this is slide number 1. Slide number 2, of course, the channel membership is live. And these are your perks if you choose to join the channel. You got your welcome package, badges, emojis, early access to vids, behind the scenes vids, members only lives, and the monthly links box. And speaking of the monthly links box, I teamed up with Legion of Comics, and we are doing a 2-month channel members epic crossover giveaway where you have to be a member of either channel or both for June and July. And what we're giving away is Ultimate Fallout 4 CGC 9.4 white pages, first appearance of Miles Morales. That is not a book to sneeze at. Now, the way you get down, channel members that are in both the Link Squad and the Legion get 5 entries. Channel members that are in just the Link Squad get 2 entries. Channel members that are just in the Legion respectively get 2 entries. And the drawing will take place the first week of August, and somebody's legit going to walk away with an Ultimate Fallout 4. Now, I kind of hesitated when I was going to go through the sponsors and stuff because I was just like, I kind of got like a heavy topic. And I just want to shout out my boy Geek Out with Roscoe. So Roscoe is going through some tough times. Him and his mom, Miss Cindy, fantastic members of the community. Roscoe is my guy. And Miss Cindy is always supporting in everybody's chats, super supportive. So they're going through some tough times, and they set up a GoFundMe, and they're going to they're asking for some donations. And what I did was in the comments section, I had pinned the GoFundMe link there. So what I'm asking everyone, if you feel so inclined, there's no pressure or anything like that, to help out a fellow comic book community member, Geek Out with Roscoe. And if you do donate during the run of this program tonight, I called it a program. I'm old, of the show. I'm going to enter you on a wheel, and you're going to be entered to win. Let me lower this thing here. You're going to be entered to win this Batman. What is this? 656. First cameo appearance of Damian Wayne. CGC calls it the first appearance at a CBCS 9.4. If you go to that GoFundMe link and donate to Roscoe there, just shoot me a message on Instagram and say, hey, I donated, screenshot, whatever the case is. I'll put you on a wheel. I got a wheel in the background, and it doesn't matter, $5, $100, whatever, anything that you can spare for a fellow community member will get you entered into the raffle for this Batman 656. And during the course of the show, I'll go and just repeat what I had just said. And, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but I am going to bring out my esteemed guests. Oh man, this guy's the best. Squared Circle Comics, that's his Instagram name. I mean, not Instagram name, YouTube name. So he has a fantastic channel, Squared Circle Comics. But before he changed it, he was BX Boxer, and I still refer to him as BX Boxer. That is his Instagram handle. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the In the Mix stage my guy, BX Boxer.
Going on, Linx? How you doing? It's Friday night. Let's get it right, Linx squad. Happy to be here in the mix, man. Let's get it going.
Chacho, bro, you're gonna break your pectoral muscle. Oh
Don't say
shit.
that,
You
say
do.
that. Talking to me. Talking to me.
Oh my god. What is going on, man? Let me hold on, let's make it official. Boom. Oops. Yo, I forgot to look. I
You
forgot
know
to
what's funny? My mother always said I should have been an Anthony. That's the funny part.
shit. Yo, I fucked up, man. Yo, but first of all, let
That's
me
all good,
apologize.
bro.
Yo, I
That's
created I created your lower third. I forgot to load it into StreamYard. Damn.
all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm gonna disappear from here. I failed you, sir. I failed you. But let me bring up your name, I guess, in this show display name. So BX Boxer, yo, explain to the people who you are, your channel, just you. Who are you? While I go through the chat and say what's up.
I am no one special. I am a mere person who loves this comic book community, who puts on real, authentic people, genuine, wholesome, humble people like this guy right here, Mr. Links, and many others. Me, myself, the promos you see, that is always me on 1,000. I love comics. I collect comics. I read comics. I collect omnis, oversized hardcovers. That's what we do here, you know? We talk about what we love. We talk about what might happen in the near future based off of comics, based off of storylines, based off of whatever is going down in the comic book community. And that's what I do. Do I do promos? Yeah. Do I chest slap? Of course. But I'm just a big teddy bear. That's who I am. I am BX Box. I am the comic collecting, never neglecting, somewhat specting, chest slapping, comic having person. That's who I am.
That is awesome, sir. I guess before we even get into your background and things like that, the whole promo style that you do obviously is reminiscent of The Rock. Are you a big wrestling guy?
Dude, I love wrestling ever since I was 9. 1999, Raw as War every Monday night on TNT. That was the shit. Never fucked with WCW. Forget Nitro. It was always Raw as War for me.
Yo, I think I saw the last episode of WCW because of the whole WWE thing. I
Yeah.
think before that, I only and it's no disrespect to the NWO or anything like that. I guess it's like where you raised, right? So up here, was WWF territory. So WCW was like looked at as like kind of the enemies, like not only just in wrestling, but from just fans too. Like I never watched it. One time I went to my boy's house and he had to work late, so I didn't know that he wasn't gonna be there. So it was like me and my wife and then his wife. They doing shit, yo, and I was like forced to watch Thunder because there was nothing else on.
Dude, I never liked WCW just for the fact that they came off so disorganized. Like they didn't know what they were doing themselves. Later to find out Bischoff had no control and the wrestlers did whatever they wanted. They felt whatever they wanted. They wrote their own storylines. They went with the flow. So it's kind of shit showed in their production value every Monday night or whenever they had their shows. But I never was a big fan of WCW.
Yeah, I never was a big fan like that either. I remember when for Christmas they got me the figures for the WCW. Yo, what's up, Joker? Mi gente. Yo, and they would like them shits were like mad hard of the Four Horsemen. So they
Yeah,
weren't like rubbery like the WWF figures.
nah,
The
that was straight up hard plastic, bro.
Yo, them shits was like worse than the shit you get from the variety store.
No,
Like
they're like the figuras on your abuela's little like nightstand and shit. Cause the eyes are just like all beady eyed. Their arms don't bend, and they all they do is turn their neck like this. Like that's what exactly. That's exactly what it looked like. I used to
yo, I was like, what the hell?
hated them.
Yo, so all right, since we're in this wrestling realm,
Yeah.
what do you think about what's going on? The big news with Vince McMahon right now.
Yeah, I was actually talking to a coworker about that today. I think Vince is gonna jump on Raw here. I think he jumped on SmackDown today at 8. I think I missed it, but
He
yeah.
did?
So I think he did, and I don't know if it's addressed that. Apparently, don't quote me. This is not official. Take it with the tiniest grain of salt. But one of my boys said that he was in a relationship with another female wrestler. He was paying her hush money, and apparently it came out. I guess she broke her silence. He was paying her like 3 mil or something like that to keep her. But it was for years.
Yeah.
So
So
Stephanie's taking over now.
yeah. So was weird, right? When Stephanie had stepped down, I was just like, oh shit, because there's always been reports that like sponsors and like the network wanted to get rid of him because he's like kind of like a hindrance almost. So he wants to keep it a certain way, and they want to bring it back to back in the days and all that stuff. Oh snap! We got a super chat. Big E's in the house. New York Warriors Comics and Collectibles, $2 super chat. Shout out to DJ Links and BX Boxer.
What
And you
up,
know
big
how we
brother?
do when we get the super chats. We go straight to the strippers.
I'm sorry. Let's go with the beat.
Yeah,
Stop.
you about
Stop
to
it.
think.
Stop it.
Nah, so the whole shit was Stephanie, and then I'm like, yo, that's like mad fishy. And then like this whole thing came out, and all of a sudden she's the interim CEO and the chairwoman of the board. It's like, you think she has something to do with that? Like she blew him up?
Let's keep it real. Stephanie ain't the CEO. You know it's Triple H. You know he's gonna be running the show, telling stuff. Hey, you should do this like this. You should do this like that. You should do that like this. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Are you? Oh shit! Oh, wait a minute! Hold up! We got another super chat in the
Just throwing up pigs.
just to one up Biggs, bang bang, Joker in the building. Let me see, yo, Diamond to the stage, Diamond to the stage.
That is a split. Did you see that? That is a split, bro.
Yo, that's what. Yo, it's funny because I did that once. I was then I became like the super chat stripper guy.
Jesus. That was a split like that.
All right, so let's rein it in on wrestling a little bit. Let's take it back to your beginnings, your origins. Like you lived in the Bronx your whole life. How was that like growing up in the Bronx?
You know, growing up in the Bronx is kind of like what you expected in the '90s, you know. But
In the
I
90s.
didn't notice. I didn't notice it though because my mother just tried to shelter us from everything. So, needless to say, we grew up in the house. Like everything we wanted, she would make sure she got it for us. And it was like I didn't see outside till I was like, when I say see outside, I mean actually hang out outside with like my cousins and my friends. So I was like maybe 14,
Hmm.
and I met my wife at 15. You can tell why. I met my wife so early. I was like, oh, I got a girl. That's it. It's done so. What else needed? But you know, it's exactly what you expect growing up in the Bronx. It wasn't sometimes it wasn't always sweet. You would see things, hear things, but you know you adjust, and of course that becomes normal for you.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I think it's one of those things where you grow up in it, like you don't really see, oh, that's just normal life. Like I was telling last week, Streets at Anthony. Like I remember, yo, the cops had shot somebody. So right around the corner from my house, it was on, on Park Avenue. Not too far. I grew up not too far from the Marcy Projects, so it was on Park Avenue. Yo, and that was like, oh snap, the cop shot somebody. All right, let's go. Like, yo, you gotta whatever cross the street. You're gonna get hit by a car if you keep looking. Like it was nothing.
Yeah, it's sad when you're walking down the street. Usually you hear pop, pop, pop. You're like, what's that? When you hear pop, 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 you're like, no, whatever. You just keep walking. That's when you may become so desensitized to your own area that when you go to a decent, quiet area, like yo, I can hear like a twig snap. Like this is too quiet for me.
Yo, what up, Gemman Collectibles in the building? Yo, I know what you mean, dude.
That's a fact.
I yo, I could live. This is why all my family relocated to Florida, and this is why like I refuse. I can't live in the peace and quiet. Yo, there was a time we went on vacation to the Poconos. Yo, super quiet. You open the windows, just pitch black outside. In the middle of the night, I see a police car. Boom, few in the woods, and I was just like, "Yo, pack everything. We out." I was just like,
Yeah,
"Yo,
man. Yeah, mhm.
You
That's
know,
like
you know, you what it is. Like it's easier to fall asleep to gunshots than it is to fall asleep like to birds chirping or whatever. Even though birds don't
no.
chirp.
See, I can adapt like because I have family like my name, like my parents. They recently moved like kind of like upstairs.
Yeah,
So I go visit them. I'm like, wow, this is really nice up here. It's quiet, you know. Like I can adjust, but it's funny how you say your family to Puerto Rico because like 90% of my wife's family to Puerto Rico. I'm like, why all the Puerto Ricans are going to? I'm sorry, not Puerto Rico, Florida. Why all the Puerto Ricans are going to Florida? Like, what is it about Florida that's attracting older New Yorkers? Pretty soon, Florida's gonna be the new New York.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even though it's much more spacious, it's gonna turn into New York. Everybody's going over there.
Yeah, everybody's definitely going to Florida. Like my family relocated. I think my oldest brother's been there the longest, so maybe 16 years, 17 years. And then my other brother a couple of years ago, my dad, like when my mom passed, my dad had moved down. My dad had passed recently too, so rest in peace, dad. And
And,
yeah, everybody left your boy over here. I'm over here all sad as shit, yo.
nah, you got Mrs. Linx. You got the comic community. What you talking about? You know,
Yeah, I just want to tell you when you chest slapped me at the Connecticut Comic Swap, you stopped my heart and started it at the same exact time.
I have that effect on people. What can I say? Sometimes I ain't go to chest line. That's how I got my wife. You
Wow,
know,
whoa, hey.
I have that effect.
So let's take it back to comic books, like early days. When did you discover comic books? Was comic books like your first love, or were you first into cartoons, action figures, and then comic books came down the line?
So actually, what it was the Batman animated series and the Spider-Man animated series and X-Men. Growing up, I would watch that a lot, like a lot. But again, it was like on cable access TV, so you kind of watch like the repetitive episodes that was on repeat sometimes. So comics didn't come into play till I was like maybe 10 years old, and what happened with that was the first ever Spider-Man movie by Sam Raimi. In the Bronx, you had a movie theater called the White Stone. And it
Hold
was
on, time out, pause. Let me just stop you. Hold on one second. May I be so bold as to ask how old you are?
31.
31.
Yeah, born in 90.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, I'm 31.
Okay, young buck.
Working hard. uh,
Yo, when you said
yo,
10 years
I
old
got
with
the
Spider
baby
Man.
miles on me. I look a little older. I may be a little bigger, but I'm 31. I'll be 32 in about another month. I'll be 32. As a
Oh
matter of fact, my birthday is same as Terrificon. I was in Terrificon last year for my birthday. On the
Oh
31st.
shit! So we need to celebrate with that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break up your story, but I was just like, once you said Spider Man 10 years old, I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, so yeah. First ever
Oh
Spider
shit!
movie I was 10. And we had a very big movie theater in the Bronx called the White Stone, right off the Brooklyn Highway,
Yep.
which my parents told me back in the day that I was a drive-in, so people could drive on the highway and watching movies. But that's another story for another day. So we're there, and this guy is in front of the theater where the steps are with his wife selling comic books from his car. So I was like, wow, comics are real. Like I never held a comic book. Like I seen them in movies. Like I would thought that was something, but I never thought they were actually real. So I was like, oh, I was like, wow, dad, this guy's comics. And parents, you don't need that. Like they don't want to spend money. We didn't even make it in the theater to get the tickets and concession. He's like, this kid's already buying comics outside. But this dude had like some really good books. If I had known then what I know now, I'd be chilling. Like he had like the first Spider Armor. He had the edition of the Marvel when 9/11 happened. They had the
Yes.
issue. I've been looking for that. I haven't found it, but he had that. A lot of books, a lot of books. I picked up a Blade #7. I picked up a Ghost Rider book, that glow in the dark one, and I
Yeah.
picked up a Spider Man, the Tom McFarlane ones, numbers 6 or 7. Those are my first ever comic books. I have them somewhere. Stashed
And
away.
you still got them?
Yeah, I still got my comics on things though. Bags and boards, I still got them.
Yo, that's
I
awesome.
had them back to back, but I always kept them because my dad got me those. Those were my first ever comics.
Yeah. No, the only comic I still have, I have a Amazing Spider-Man 347. That's the only comic book that I kept from when I was a kid. So I had that, and I had it in a frame. Like I don't know for some reason because that there's the Venom cover with him holding Spider-Man's head.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my favorite cover like of all time. And I don't that and then the whole nostalgia thing. Like I remember taking that shit to school and everybody's like, yo, like yo, you blew my mind. No, so I remember Whitestone, that movie theater. I no, I saw Spider-Man in the city. No, because I'm thinking, damn, I saw Spider-Man one there. No, I saw Spider-Man in the city. But I used to go there a lot. So to the Whitestone, that was like before they had the tickets reserved that you had to reserve the seats and shit. That we would just go there because it was empty, like on a Saturday or Sunday, and then like usually go to the theater. Toys R Us was right there, and then right across to the bowling alley. So I'm just gonna pause watching you and Roscoe at the same time right now. I believe Roscoe is doing an auction on Instagram. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in and didn't catch the beginning, if you donate to Geek Out with Roscoe to his GoFundMe, it's the pinned comment. I will add you. Just if you donate to that GoFundMe, send me a screenshot of the donation, or just tell me you donated. I'll believe you because that's a jerk thing to do. I'll enter you into a raffle for this 9.4 Batman 656 first cameo of Damian Wayne. So we're trying to raise money for my man Geek Out or Roscoe. Um, so being that we're talking about raising money, and obviously on this show we jump from everything to everything, whatever.
Well, good, man. This is a New York thing.
Yeah,
We never
and they're talking over
get
each
back
other.
to it, but we always jump up between it.
Yeah, definitely. Growing up, so you growing up in the Bronx and stuff like that. And if you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. How was your upbringing? Because like the other day, I was watching some. I think it was Nick's Kicks and Comics and Ignacio. They were talking about growing up and how they grew up very modestly. So I was just like, yo, there was my parents, the dogs, and then it was 5 kids in a 2-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn, and it was tough. How was your situation? If you don't mind going into that, or you can tell me to kick rocks. I'm
No,
scared.
no, 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 not at all. So I did grow up in a private house. It was a house in the Bronx. It was on a shitty block, but I did live in a house. But like I said, my parents made it their business to make sure we had everything and didn't want for nothing, let alone just to go outside. So like I had like a Nintendo 64, I had like a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying like that's what they did for us to keep us inside because they didn't want us
Yeah.
outside. You know what
Of
I'm saying?
course, of course.
They would rather us be at home all day than go outside. That's what it was. Like I was such a nerd. I read a lot at home. Like I was bored. After a while, you get bored of playing video games. You get bored of the same thing. You want to do something else. So I would read. That's how I utilized my time in the house. Either I would read or I would play video games or go to school. Like that was what I did. There was no, and I didn't walk home to school until like 8th grade because my mother didn't want me outside. She was very protective.
Oh,
So
she would pick you up.
I understood that, because like I said, where we come from, it wasn't easy. There was always a lot of things going on. But it was like 8th grade. I was like, Mom, I can't walk home from school. She's like, you don't know how to get home. I was like, you come up the hill, make a left, make a right, go 3 blocks. Mom, can I please come home from school? I'll be waiting by the door. I'm like, you wait by the door. Can I get keys? Thank you. So that's when I started being a little bit on my own. Then high school came, and I had to take I had to take a bus from the beginning of the Bronx to the end of the Bronx, like an hour. So it was like I had to learn how to grow up. Eventually, you got to cut
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cord. You just learn to do your due diligence where your area is, and you'll be all right.
No, of course. It's funny. My wife's mom in high school, because my wife and I went to the same high school. That's where we met. Her mom would drive her to school, and she even volunteered in the high school. And
Speaking
that
of,
didn't stop me. That didn't stop me from popping a seed in her, son.
you got to learn how to get around it quicker, right?
I was just like, yo, how
That,
am I gonna
that night
finagle this
I had
situation?
her schedule. You're like, nah, she's gonna be here this day. Now we'll go around that. Yeah, they don't worry about it.
Yo, that ass is just like, all right, she's gonna be volunteering in Spanish class, and then she has that meeting with the parents on this side. All right, we got like a 3 hour window.
Yep.
So it's like go to the crib, get it in, and get a penny sandwich, bro.
That's right. That's right.
Yo,
I know. I know.
these are true stories. This is hilarious.
See, me and my
And
wife, we met in high school, but we didn't go to the same high school. She went to a different high school, so we had to learn how to really get around shit. She was like, "Damn, you on the other side of the Bronx? I'm gonna get over there real quick without a car."
yeah, oh shit. Oh, Mrs. Links is like, wow. I'm sorry, I just put all our business out there. But your mother being in the school couldn't stop me, son.
She's mad because it's true.
Yeah, I mean, yo, it's a fact. It's a fact. Yo, back to comments. I keep bringing it back to comments. Now, did you kept up with your collecting since you got those books, or did you deviate? Because sometimes in the community, like I started, I sold everything, started again, I sold everything. I think this is like now is like my fourth go round.
So I got when I was 10 the first few comics. Then for my 12th birthday, my cousin Christina, she took me to Midtown Comics for the first time ever on the one on 40th. And
The one
we
on
were
40.
going back to Midtown. So we went. She took me for my 12th birthday. I got some more comics. Met my wife when I was 15, so I didn't really care about comics anymore. But I still had a decent enough collection with my long box. So it's funny because one day she was my wife was checking out my room or whatever. She goes, "So what's this box?" I was like, "Oh, she's gonna break up with me. She don't find out I got collect comics." I was like, "No, that's just something that I like to collect." She goes, "Is it baseball cards?" I was like, "I wish it was." This comic book. She goes, "Oh, you collect comic books?" So I don't know if she found it sexy or not, but I was like, "Hey, still with me, so it's all good." But after I had my first, slowly but surely, I started collecting again. Then after that, shortly after the hip hop variants came out,
Mm-hmm.
so I started collecting on those, and then you slowly get back into it little by little. But then you quickly learn you can't collect everything that you want to collect. You have to learn how to pick what you want. Because to collect everything, that's just going to put a financial burden on you.
Yeah, it's no, yeah, definitely. You got to collect what you want. You got to pick and choose. I think that's part of like the beauty of collecting. Like when I see like there's some channels with like these dudes that got like these rich ass that got bread. Like for some reason, like collecting on that level where you part of the collecting is the anticipation and the hunting and the finding something. So if you're able to be like, yo, whatever, hey Jeeves, go get me that Terminator endoskeleton life size statue.
He said, "Geez, my man, took it back."
I'm sorry, Alfred
He
Pennyworth.
said Benson. My man said, "Geez."
Yo, Mr. Belvedere. Yeah, so I don't know, for some reason, like part of that is the collecting is the anticipation and the build up and the hunting and stuff like that. I don't even know where I'm going anymore. I'm just
Nah,
talking.
you're right. No, because it's segue. That's a perfect segue because, like you said, wrestling has for me has been a big thing, right? So much so, I'm gonna get to that comment that begs this. I'm gonna get back to that comment.
Okay.
Wrestling has been such a big thing for me that my mother and me, when I was a baby, like 2 or 3 years old, I was learning how to talk. We had a thing. She would put her nose to my nose, and we would say, "Reza Ramon ta," for the wrestler Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
I've been hunting that Razor Ramon variant, the pink one that he's in front of the convertible, like the longest. That I went into the BX show. I was like, if I find it, I don't care what I'm paying for it. Like, I don't care if my wife is pissed off. So it goes to show you gotta get what you want. Sometimes it's how it is.
No, definitely, and I've done that where I've bought shit that's like one of the things that I bought, and it's not even a comic book that I paid too much for it because the guy heard me say, "Oh my god, I want that!" like super loud. Yo, we were in New York Comic Con. This was right before COVID, so 2019. Yo, and there was a oh shit, oh man, there was
You
an
gotta
Alf
pick it up.
plush. So it was an Alf plush, like legit Alf plush.
Yeah.
Yo, so I'm there, I'm looking at all the old toys, and I was like, "Oh shit, I want that!" And then the guy heard that, and was just like, "Yeah, it's gonna be this much." I was like, He was like, "Nah, I can't do anything on that," and I was like, "All right, boom." But no, I definitely believe like you got to go out and get what you want. Like you get what you want, but make sure it's all worth it. All those Boom Studios incentives, yes sir, yes sir.
Sure do. They sure do. And
And
you
it's
know,
funny.
it's
Okay,
funny because when I used to go to Midtown every Wednesday to get my books, the WWE books was all the way in the back under the
yeah.
steps, all the way. And I would look at them like, damn, I remember seeing the wrestlers as kids, and all those incentives were there for face value. Like I was like, oh, like, if I could kick myself in the ass while I'm walking, I would because that shit just boggles my mind how you don't think about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, it's funny that you mentioned your mother with the wrestling thing. My mother is who got me into wrestling because by the time like the Attitude Era was around, like Austin and Stone Cold, like I already had my daughter. I was working. I was already out the house too. So then like I would go like sometimes I would drop my daughter off if I was going to the movies or something like that. And my mom was always like watching SmackDown because she didn't even have cable. Like we didn't have cable growing up. And yo, like she loved the Rock, and I was like, yo, ma, like this is kind of weird. Like you can't be like fawning over the Rock. You're my mom.
Hey man.
I know, but then when you think about it now, as like adults, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
let me just stop you. Yo, shout out to Simple Simon. Simple Simon just joined the Link Squad. Thank you, sir, representing Australia. Thank you, Simple Simon, for joining. That is amazing.
Down under.
Yeah. Besides comics, do you collect anything else?
So,
Oh
before
shit.
comics, I did collect something. There was a global phenomenon in 1999. It was Pokemon.
Gigapets?
It was Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon.
I have a binder like this thick of Pokemon cards stashed in the wind somewhere. Right now, for life, not know where they are. There's no place that I'm at, but they're around somewhere. I don't know where they are. I think they're over there. But I definitely have a ton of Pokemon cards. I used to go ape shit crazy for them. The
From
box
99.
is crazy. From 99. Yeah. It's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. I used to also, that's it. I used to collect all the action figures from the wrestling, like the
Mhm.
Mankind, Rikishi, Triple H, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. Had all the action figures. I never threw them out. There
Chris
was one,
Benoit.
Chris Benoit, rest in peace. I never threw away.
Rest in peace. Jesus
I never threw away none of my toys when I was a kid. I always kept it. I always kept it in my mother's house, so I still have all my toys when I was a kid too.
Oh, that's awesome. I collected because as an adult, so like 16 years old, I started collecting McFarlane Spawn stuff. So whatever I get a little check here and there, I'll buy a figure, put it in my room. Then wifey moved in with me, and then I would still buy some stuff, but I would like pick and choose on what to buy. And then one day, and it's all her fault, he goes, yo, we're in Toys R Us, downtown Brooklyn in the Albee Square Mall. So I'm debating which one to get because they had the whole set of whatever series was out at the time. I think it was like Spawn Series 8. And I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna get, I think it was Dark Age of Spawn. I'm just gonna get the Dark Age of Spawn and this one. And she's like, why you just don't get them all? So it was all her fault. Yeah, so and I've
Yeah.
been that's what I started. I collected the McFarlane stuff first. So I had hundreds of like McFarlane and NECA figures. And then when we bought the crib, um, I like a third of the stuff fit in here. So then I wound up selling everything, and then that's why I got the Hot Toys because I saw a show. There was a show on the Sci-Fi Network where it was like they brought in an expert to talk to people about their collections, and the whole thing was instead of having a million $1 toys, just have $1 million toy. So then
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me get rid of all this shit and start getting the hot toys and the high end stuff. Yo, I want to shout out my guy Fix Wizzy. I broke all my toys. Shout out Albee Square Mall. Yo, Albee Square Mall was popping back in the day.
Yeah, I'm not so familiar with Brooklyn.
You used to go out to Brooklyn back in the day?
I've worked in Brooklyn a few times. I used to do my security back in the days, but I've never actually been not very too familiar with the area. Like if I go to Brooklyn, I will get lost. I,
No,
I
same.
always said Brooklyn's so big it should have been a state.
Yeah, Brooklyn's mad big. No, but it was the same thing for, back in the day, like with the Bronx. For some reason, it was just like, yo, you could go everywhere else, but don't go to the Bronx. Like you don't want to go up there, and it's just like, why?
Yeah,
Like, only if you go to the zoo, and that's it.
right. You guys have the zoo too, right? You have the botanical gardens over there too.
Yeah, that Prospect Park Zoo is trash, b. Yo, that shit is trash. We go up there to the Bronx Zoo. We do it like once a year. Wifey loves the zoo and stuff like that. I've never held the Pokemon card in my hand in my life.
Really?
Never.
There I asked, how old are you?
I am 42.
Oh, God bless. You're only 11 years older than me. You're 10 years older than me, really. I'm about to be 32. You're 10 years. You was born in 80.
Yo, you only 11 years older than me.
You was born in 80.
I was born in 1980, January 1980.
Yeah, you're 10 years older than me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so Pokemon, I was already like grown when Pokemon came out. That's why when you said 1999, I'm like, damn, I know it was something like that. Was it the Gigapets? Because I know everybody had the Gigapets. But then if you was up there talking about you had Gigapets, I would have laughed at
Yeah,
you.
they had Tamagotchi. Princess Tamagotchi, the Beanie Babies. A lot of shit that was going on in the 90s.
Yeah, the 90s was crazy, man. 80s, 90s was crazy for figures, for cartoons, for everything. I just think like pop culture in general. But I bet you, like in a generation, like 20 years, is gonna be like, yo, the 2020s was popping and stuff like that.
And it's really not.
Yeah,
It's really fucking not.
this shit is whack. Favorite characters, like comic book characters. Let's separate it. Let's do favorite. Let's do favorite DC first.
Favorite DC?
I saw your face of disgust. Like
No, 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 no. Batman. Come on.
Batman.
Come on, man. Batman. I mean, we got people. I mean, you got some great people in DC. You got some great characters. Batman. Batman is the epitome of all heroes. Like that is the standard.
What about Marvel?
Marvel, see, I have a few. Marvel, my top three for me are Blade, Silver Surfer, and Ghost Rider. In no particular order. Those are my three for me.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. I like Silver Surfer. I love all the cosmic stuff.
Yeah.
Like for me, the cosmic stuff and space stuff is the shit.
You love Hulk.
I love Hulk. Um, I love the cosmic stuff. I love Thanos, but that falls into the cosmic stuff. I'm more of a like a anti-hero, like draw the line, like goody two shoes.
Yeah.
It's not really my style, like goody two shoes heroes. Batman. So I've never really gotten into Batman. So I'm sorry to say, oh my god, TVs have turned the channel everywhere if we were on TV.
Uh,
No, but recently, last week I bought the new 52 volume 1. So I was like, let me get into this. The Butcher was talking about how it's his favorite run of all time.
yeah.
So I bought volume 1, read it in a day. I was like, yo,
Crazy, right?
amazing. So then I went back. I was reading volume 2 today, but I bought up to 7.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Midtown Comics yesterday, and I bought 2 through 7, and I'm loving it. That first one with the Court of Owls.
Yeah, Corvallis and shit. I would love to see that be played out in a movie, like live action, not animated. I know I think they did something animated, but man, come on, that was dare I say best Batman storyline of all time.
That what?
I said dare I say best Batman storyline of all time.
I mean, I don't have anything to compare because I never read one, but I was like, so I know it's a good book, but I'm telling my wife, yo, you would like this. It's just like, yo, it's like the Goonies. Because if you compare anything to the Goonies, that's what she's gonna be like. Oh, really? I'll read that. So I'm like, yo, it's just like the Goonies, which is nothing like the Goonies, but
I know, but you got to keep her interest so she can get tricked into reading it.
yo, she loves the Goonies so much. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, like I'm gonna dress up like Sloth.
Yo, oh, that'd be fucking crazy. Nah, you should dress like Brand. Get a jean vest and get a red bandana.
Oh shit,
Brother,
Thanos, right? Young
nah,
Thanos.
you gotta do like that.
That's a bold statement, but it's up there for sure. Mr. Legion of Comics is indeed the DC spokesman. This guy knows his stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, and BX Boxer, his link is somewhere up towards the top of the chat. Squared Circle Comics is also in the description. Make sure you sub him up. He has a YouTube channel. So before I go in, I just want to remind everybody again, the pinned comment, we're donating, trying to raise funds for Roscoe, Geek Out with Roscoe. Everything that's been donated, GoFundMe, send me a picture, Instagram, and you'll be entered into the raffle. Right now, we have 5 entries for that Batman 556. BX Boxer. Where did that name come from, sir?
So,
You know BX Mark.
no. So being that I'm from the Bronx, the BX already was there. I did box for many years when I was 15. So I want to say 21, 22-ish, around there. I boxed for a long time. Nothing crazy, nothing pro, just sparring here and there just for the fun of it. I just love fighting. Now, I like to pick fights, but I love the fact that boxing was a way for you to release all your anger and just feel better after punching the bag, hitting the speed bag, jumping some rope, actually going in the ring with somebody, and it be a mutual respect at the end of the day. Like, you got your shit off, I got my shit off. You know what I'm saying? Because I was never into any other sports. I was never into baseball, basketball, football, soccer, none of that stuff. I was always into boxing. I love boxing since I was a kid too. I remember every Saturday night, we go to Kiki's house, we go to Theo's house, let's go watch the fight. Tyson's fighting, Leonard Cruz is fighting. And he's just like 6, 7 years old. You watch all these heavyweight fights, Trinidad, De La Hoya. You're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh they fight, oh they going at it. Like this isn't even the main fight. This is a preliminary. I'm like, oh okay, sure. What's a preliminary? And then you're learning. So to be ex-boxer, that's where I name comes from. Being that I am from the Bronx, but I am a boxer. That was my previous life.
Yeah, and when you mentioned like that, oh, you got your shit off, I got my shit off, whatever.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse.
No, that's fine. We don't give a fuck. My brother-in-law is a professional boxer, so he's legit like a pro boxer. Zachary Ochoa, and he just fought on the Errol Spence undercard, like in Dallas.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so on the Errol Spence undercard, and the first fight that I went to see him, it was his second fight. It was in Atlantic City. He knocked out the dude in the first round. So boom, knocked him out. Entire card was great. And went to his hotel afterward. So after they did press and all that, go to the hotel and he's like, yo, let's go to the diner because obviously these dudes is like hungry.
Yeah.
So we sit down and then I see the guy that he knocked out walking in and I don't know. So I'm like, oh shit, yo, it's about to be some shit. And then they just dap each other up and like keep it moving. And I was just like, yo.
Yeah. Yeah. Boxing teaches you a lot. It's not just about being fit, the cardio, getting your fast hands on how to defend yourself. You also learn discipline. You also learn to have mutual respect for the other person. When you go to fight somebody, you either fighting them to go up in rank or title. You're definitely fighting for money. You don't know a person personally. They don't know you personally. If I'm going to spar and so I can get better at what I'm doing or help you get better at what you're doing or to help you get better after your fight, you can't take it personally. So that's a lesson right there. Never take anything personally. Just learn how to take the punches and walk away, and that's it. You either just gained a friend or you lost nothing. That's it.
Yeah, see, but I didn't know that. I was just like, oh shit, it's about to pop off. I was just like, yo, I was like, you gotta have to knock this dude out again. Like, come on, man. I'm trying to eat my chicken tenders.
Smack him in the face with a tender.
Dude. All right. MCU stuff. Yeah. Like when you first started your channel, you were real heavy on the MCU, like breakdowns and theories and stuff like that. What drove you to start your channel with like that type of content? Are you like real big into like fine tooth comb microscope things?
No, so actually that's what was going on. So it was COVID going on when I started my channel. So I was like, all these shows are coming out. Let me try to base my show around what's going on. And in time, I'll talk about comic runs, how they can compare to what's going on, what they should have did longer, what we expected as viewers or comic book readers, what we expected to view. But I really wanted the channel to be based on what was happening now. So talking about the WandaVision, the Loki, whatever else is going on, what my theories about what should happen, because a lot of these movies, they're almost based off comic books in a way, but they're not exactly comic accurate, because they never are. Mm-hmm. And Marvel fans on it. That's why we as fans, we get those Easter eggs, we get those mentions. You see like a plate with a number, and that number is the comic book that the movie based off of. You know what I'm saying? You have this Thor movie coming out in July, Love and Thunder. God of Thunder, that's they play on words. They put Jane Foster in, that's where the love comes in. So just to base it off what's going on now, to help the people coming into the comic book world, they don't know much. To base off what was going on, that's why I did that. There was nothing real specific behind it.
It was smart too, because for me, I was still fresh in YouTube, so I was mostly indulging in heavy comic book related stuff, and your channel was kind of like a breath of fresh air because it was like the first, even though other channels were doing it, it was the first one that I came across that was like, oh shit, this guy's like where I'm from, he's talking that talk, and he's doing the breakdowns and stuff, and that's why I gravitated towards your stuff. And I was just like, oh shit, like because I didn't know a lot about this stuff, and then what's like versus screen versus comic stuff, and then the speculation that goes along with that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh shit, I'm boring you, son.
Not at all, bro. I've been up since 4 in the morning. You never bore me, Linx.
I've been up since 3:59.
Shit, I don't blame you, man.
Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just fucking with you. Favorite MCU movies?
Number 1 is Captain America: Winter Soldier. Number 1.
That's hard to argue.
Number 2, I would have to say. I'm trying to say Endgame. Sure.
Endgame, okay.
Okay, number 2. Number 3.
Well, we saw each other in person. You said Captain Marvel when I asked you the same question.
No, Captain Marvel. No.
I'm just looking.
Netflix didn't say that shit. No. Number 3.
So Endgame over
Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. Endgame over Infinity War.
Yeah.
Really, sir?
For me, yeah. For me.
It's funny. I watched them together. So whenever I'm home alone, like wifey needs to do something, I'm gonna go do my hair. I'm going with my mother here and there. Literally, I'm either watching Infinity War and Endgame. They go on back to back. There's no separation, or Zack Snyder cut.
Yeah.
I prefer Infinity War to Endgame only because Endgame, like the beginning or like the flashback stuff, like the greatest hit stuff, is a little bloated. But that battle, oh my god, that battle, yo, just thinking
In
about
Endgame, you finally get the Avengers assembled.
yeah.
That was. We saw that in the theaters. Me and my wife, bro. She was like, "Please calm down." When he said Avengers, I said, "Yo, say that shit. Say that shit."
Assemble.
Yeah, and he whispered it. I was like, "Motherfucker, just a little louder. What the fuck, bro?" But
Assemble.
bro, I was like, "That's right."
No, it's funny. In the director's cut, there are some people like fighting. They're like, "What did he say?" Like, what? We couldn't hear him. Like, what?
My wife was so embarrassed. She was like,
Yo,
mad hype.
so oh my god. Whatever. I'm a beacon of honesty and transparency. You know how many times I cried during that movie, man? Like just Endgame. Not even from like, let's say Tony Stark died. Oh, spoiler alert, Tony Stark died.
Yeah, it's going like what? 6 years?
I don't know. Oh my god, he said Tony Stark died. I was just about to watch it. Anyway, yo, I was just overwhelmed with like emotion, like seeing all these characters on screen. Yo, like I didn't know how to act, bro. And yo, I'm legit like crying. I'm like shaking because what happens is, and I tried to explain best to somebody, because I was saying the same thing. I was just like, yo, when Cap picked up the hammer, I lost it, tears streaming down my face. What happens is, you were waiting for this movie, let's say since Iron Man 1 came out. So you're waiting 10 years for this movie. I'm waiting my entire life for this movie. As a comic book fan, my favorite storyline is Infinity Gauntlet. That's what got me into comics. So I've been waiting for this fucking movie, this last battle, my entire life. So it means something totally different to me than to you because you're just an MCU fan. Like this is like, yo, this was like, and then if I died the next day, I would have been happy. I mean, not happy, but I would have been happy I saw the movie.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't think people really get it because they just see it as, oh, it's just a comic movie, you know, it's just this is that. Like, nah, this is a part of what we love. Comics is what we love. So to see it play out, like, how many, in all honesty, how many novellas do we get that people watch? How many types of soap operas you get? Or based off the same shit? How many cop shows you get?
Dude, of course. You got Luz Clarita, you got Dos Mujeres Un Camino.
Look at Law and Order.
Yeah.
Chicago PD. You had New Amsterdam, Cold Black, The Good Doctor. Like, how many doctor shows you gonna get? Nobody bats an eye about that. You get a comic book, oh, another comic book movie. That, yeah, go fuck yourself. Go
Yeah.
watch your Christian show. I'll go watch my comic book movie.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. I love comic book movies, although, and this is a hot take, I'm kind of getting marveled out. I'm kind of getting Marvel Disney fatigue lately. Like I feel that there's not a lot of cohesion, and then sometimes like the end product isn't as good. Like Doctor Strange to me was that shit was it was good. So I highly recommend it. It was good, but it was so flawed and it was all over the place, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? But it was good. But I felt like it was like so out there.
Yeah.
See those wow, yo,
That's
oh, yeah, the novelas be having the baddies. Yo, you could turn on fucking Telemundo at any time of night. Within 5 minutes, you'll see a woman in a bikini.
that tells me Joker watched that a lot.
Erica Estrada. Yeah, I remember I grown up with my grandmother. So I moved in with my grandmother when I was 13, and that's all she watched was novelas. So then, like sometimes I would just chill because there was like some stupid. So you know how the lottery comes on the American station, like at 7:55 or whatever. So that like a game show thing will come on, like at whatever I forgot what it was called, but they would do like that from 7:55 to 8. It was like a little game show thing, and they would win. What about DCEU?
My favorite movie from DC.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh shit. Oh,
Nah, you know,
he's like yo, fuck
I,
DC.
nah, not at all, not at all. I do watch a lot of. Oh, I watch everything comic related when it comes out. The only thing I haven't seen so far comic related that has came out, I have not seen not one episode of The Boys. That I will say.
I saw season one. It wasn't for me.
Nah, I want to give it a chance, but I haven't had time. But my personal favorites, yeah, I mean, I love the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. Yo, hold on. Let me pause you real quick. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Comic Book Drip Doggy in the building. What is going on, homie? Sábado
Oh,
gigante. There you go.
Afuera. Yo, that shit.
¿Qué dice el público?
Yo, bro, they bring it back. They bring back all the classics right now. But yeah,
Yeah.
man. So the DCEU. I mean, I know this movie has nothing to do with the actual DCEU, but the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix was dope for me for what it was. Again, this is like in no particular rating. The new Batman that came out, I thought it was very good, very well done.
I loved it. I
I
loved
loved
it.
it. I didn't feel like a 3 hour movie for me.
I loved it. It might be my number one Batman movie. I'm sorry. Like I loved it.
Like I think for what it was, I think that the Joaquin Phoenix Joker was better than Heath Ledger. Just didn't say that. In my opinion, I thought that movie was better for what it was because it wasn't for not being a for it not being an action movie. It was dark. It was gritty. It was human. You could
Yeah.
relate because you know what it was. It was better. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
My main gripe, though, with Joker, which I totally agree was a fantastic movie, it was too much like King of Comedy, the Robert De Niro movie. It
And that's
was,
why I think that's why Robert De Niro was in it.
yeah, I know, but it was like there's one thing to be like a homage, and there's another thing to be like a straight up rip off. Like I felt like I was watching King of Comedy. So then I'm telling people, yo, this shit is like King of Comedy. They're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, whatever. But the new Batman, I love the new Batman. I loved it.
Legion of Comics, yes, I did watch Peacemaker. That shit was regal.
Yeah, Peacemaker was dope, man.
Peacemaker was very much good. I really enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah, I love Peacemaker. What about Zack Snyder's Justice League?
That the Snyder cut was dope, and I think the ending, the conversation between the Batman and the Joker, was the most iconic conversation between the two characters in any way, shape, or form because you felt like when I saw them talk, I was like, "Oh shit, this shit is crazy!" Like they were antagonizing each other, and he tried to get in Batman's head, but Batman got in his head when he mentioned Harley Quinn and some of the fucking kill you. He just looked at him. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like that's a joke we should have got from Jared Leto, not the Hot Topic version from Suicide Squad. I didn't like that version. And his metallic fucking vehicle, I didn't like that. I didn't like that version.
We want to apologize to everyone that shops at Hot Topic right now.
I walk into Hot Topic. I don't give a shit. I
I
walk in
had,
like this.
dude, I had high hopes for that Suicide Squad movie, and when they was like, "Yo, Jared Leto's gonna be the Joker," because he's a fantastic actor. Well, was,
I
but
mean,
yo, go ahead, my bad.
nah. I mean, it, the first trailer that ever came out for that movie was dark. It was quiet. I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be dark. I don't know what made them change it from that dark persona that they had for that movie. I don't know why they made it what it was, but I mean, they probably thought they was going a better way, but who knows?
Yo, Legion of Comics says Snyder Cut was a legit masterpiece, and I'm ready to die on this hill. Still rewatch it on the reg. I am going to wholeheartedly agree with Legion of Comics. I will say that just Zack Snyder's Justice League is probably the best all around comic. Not my favorite, even though I love it, but it's probably the best example of a comic book movie, like from
Okay,
page to screen.
1000%. No, you're right. You're right.
Okay,
Good. It was good. No, 1000%. You're right.
I absolutely love that. Real quick, we're about to hit that hour mark. Just want to remind everybody we're gonna keep this open for about 10 more minutes. The donating to Roscoe, the I was gonna say the tweet. The comment is pinned, and then we're gonna draw for this Batman 565. So what do you got in store for the future coming up on your channel and stuff, brother?
So I'm actually trying to reboot my channel in a way, shape, or form. So guys, be on the lookout for that. That's all I'm gonna say to it. I won't talk too much because there's a lot of things in the works, a lot of gears that are grinding, a lot of oils that are going onto the things just to get those wheels turning. But hopefully it all works out for the best. So guys, look for me reboot on my channel. It's gonna be something great.
You got to give us a tease, man. You can't just say that. You got to be like, yo,
I am
Toxic Avenger.
I am the tease. I am the tease.
Yeah, can we hold up? Wait, I'm gonna make you big, and then I need a peg. I need a yo super pause, but let's see the pegs dancing. So, yo, Anthony Santos.
Stop that. Oh boy. That was,
Yeah, yo, you can do your pegs to Medicina de Amor.
yeah. Oh man. It took me years to learn how to do that, okay, by the way. It wasn't like done overnight. It took me a while to actually try to move my little skinny chest when I was a teenager. Now I can finally do it.
Yo, Mrs. Links is the LMFAO. When did you get into like the weights and stuff?
When I got into weightlifting, I was like in my 20s. I started like,
So
I
yesterday.
was big. I was just a big dude. And I was like, yo, this shit gotta go. So I just started working out like crazy. And I just try to keep it consistent as possible because my diet is shit. So
Yeah.
I don't properly nutrition or diet like that where I'm supposed to, but I do work out like a mad at it when I get the opportunity.
Yeah, no. And then what happens is on screen, uh, obviously you could tell you're big, but you look very modest. What people don't understand, you're like the size of an IKEA cabinet. Like
Uh,
you are fucking massive, dude.
can't you tell? You can't see the chair behind me.
Yo, exactly. You legit blocking a chinero.
The chair.
Yo, you're massive in person, and yo, I'm gonna do this thing. Get this wheel of names. We're gonna call it, and then we're gonna wrap up soon. But let me just share my screen. So this was for the Roscoe thing, and sorry that this whole thing kind of
No,
you
man,
know
don't worry about it.
because what happens is we're the comic book community, man, and when we have to when one of us is in need, like we have to go to bat because I feel bad where it's just like, yo, I'm spending this on that,
But you
and then
know
my
what?
man is hurting over here. Like, why can't I throw a little bit of bread his
That's
way?
awesome that in the community we can do that for one another. We can look out. You know what I'm saying? So why not do it?
No, of course. And let me just make sure we can see this. Let
Look,
me just double check to
I'm
see
gonna
if there's
attack, right?
anybody else.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, of course. I'll take care of this. All right, cool. Let me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna do this. I'm just making sure I don't have any more uh people there. All right, so we have 5 people, and we are gonna spin for this Batman. Good luck, everybody. Big shout out to Geek Out with Roscoe. Boom, Mike Becker. Couldn't have gone to a nicer guy. Who? Oh, Cup donated. Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna do that. My bad. Cup, I didn't see your whatchamacallit. Hold up. I apologize. All right, Cup. All right, we're gonna do that again because Cup donated. Let's just add Cup. All right, I see the thing now. Sorry about that. All right, so we are gonna run that again. So this is it. We added Cup, and we're gonna run that again. Sorry about that, Mike. Boom, Gary B, the casual comic guy. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. And, again, big shout out to Geek Out with Roscoe. Wish we didn't have to do this, but it's the, this is what we have to do. Beck, I'll send you a Tumblr. I'm just writing it down. That's the thing about this community, man. Like I don't know. Like, I said this last time when Street Side Anthony and we were talking about it. It's just a whole different level of camaraderie. Like, it's not all like rainbows and sunshine. Let's be honest. There's some bullshit that goes down, but the good far outweighs the bad, and being able to step up when one of us is in need and help them out, and being able to just have open conversations like the conversation that I'm having with BX Boxer tonight. It helps a lot. Gary B says, can I prize tag? Absolutely, sir. Let me know who you want this book to go to. Let's go back to the chat. Ben Compton, what is going on? Thank you for being here.
My bad.
Nah, it's all good, dog. Biggie Shack in the building. Gary B. We're just waiting for Gary B to prize tag. And while he does that, dogs, I want to thank you, first of all, for accepting the invitation and for not beating me up.
Man, listen, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not I would ask people. I think the only person I ever asked to jump on the channel was Thorough. So when you were like, yo, when you jump on the channel, I was like, yo, whenever, bro, just let me know. You look at me like, I was like, you know what? I don't even work nights anymore. So just let me know. Because my schedule, I used to work 4 to 12:30. I can't be on nobody's live. I was always in the chat, though. At work, bored as shit. Like, damn, I wish I could be on the channel. I wish I could get a YouTube channel. I got a lot to talk about. But it's fun to see you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun just to see you guys doing what we love. Just to have an outlet to talk to people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up, I couldn't tell somebody, I could never, ever talk to anybody about comic books growing up.
Nobody.
You could understand me.
Nobody. Like, aside from elementary school, and then I had stopped. And then since then, it was like, literally. And what happens is I would go to, like, I work not too far from Midtown Comics. So I was literally in Midtown Comics every day because I was doing the hot toys. And then I would go with my boy from work. And it was like we literally couldn't talk about it because it was just like looked down upon. And then to be able to come in here into the comic book community and have this commonality with everybody, and like I said before, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's stuff that goes down with anything, but to have that commonality to stick together, that camaraderie, the talking, like, if not for this, I wouldn't have been able to meet you, and I wouldn't have been able to get your fucking handprint. Like, I still got that shit like that, bong.
That shit is better than a tattoo.
It is. Yo, I'm gonna do like that. So I'm gonna duplicate your handprint, and I'm just gonna do like my handprints, man.
Right there, bro.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yo, Joker, happy Father's Day, bro.
Yeah, big shout out to Joker, man. Happy Father's Day. Yes, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, all the father figures.
We always get overlooked. We always get overlooked.
Yo, that's facts. It's like, yo, what do you want to do for Father's Day? Leave me alone. That's what I want to do.
You know what the fuck I want for Father's Day? 2 extra hours of sleep. And I probably wouldn't even do it. So I probably get up early anyway.
I know. So like on Father's Day, I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm probably do a few videos and edit. Just leave me alone. It's not like I got little kids anyway. My daughter's like mad old, so.
Yo, they better hope that they never plan a con on Father's Day, because that's where everybody will go for Father's Day. I want to go to the con with my boys. They know we'll go to the con. That's it.
Yeah, dead ass. Are you going to any upcoming cons?
I have to see. I was thanking God I was able to go to the Bronx Con because my new position, I would have to work weekends. However, I did not start working weekends yet, but I will be
Okay.
working weekends. So I would love to be able to go to Terrificon. Let's see if I can make that into existence. But with the schedule I have, let's see if I can accumulate enough time to take off. But I would love to go. What I would really love to do, I would love to grab everybody. I mean, like you, the Warriors, everybody, and I would like to just drive to Manassas, Virginia, to go check out Keep It Strange Comics. I would love to visit Thorough Shop because he is just far away. But again, to correlate the time, that would have to be something that would be hopefully in the near future.
No, that's dope, and that's definitely on my list of things to do. Is to go down there and just pop up. Don't even say you're showing up. Just pop up.
He probably gonna watch this. I'm not gonna tell you when, Thorough. Just when you know your chest slap.
Yeah, big shout out to Keep It Thorough, man. I remember he was one of the dudes. So what happens is just like getting into the YouTube thing and stuff like that. Obviously, you get exposed to different pockets of people. So Thorough was one of the first people that I kind of discovered from New York, and I was just like, oh shit, like. So it was like that. You, the Warrior, Joker, East meets West, like stuff like that. Like I was just like, what? And it's definitely refreshing and eye-opening. And this is what a lot of people. It's just weird, and not to get too political and or anything like that. That's not what we're doing. But that's why I always say like representation is important. So it's important for a little girl to see a strong female character on the screen and stuff like that, because like I know it firsthand by getting into the YouTube thing and then discovering somebody from New York. I was like, oh shit, and just being able to do that and then bond and stuff like that. So that's why I always say representation is important.
Yeah, man, definitely. Because, like you said, we meet these people through other people. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like. I first everybody saw Gem, you know what I'm saying, statues. That's how I told him the thumbnail. Yo, that's a crazy tall statue. What is that? Boom. Then before you know it, he had a ginger-haired angel on his channel, known by Barry Gary. Boom. Then we go to Three Men. Then we go to Festival Beat Fest. You know what I'm saying? Then I got into Thorough. I was like, my man's wearing a Yankee fitted? Oh, shit. He sounds New York.
Yeah.
Then come the Warriors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you. Then, like, the Future Specs and everybody else in between. Like, this community is so freaking big. Like, sometimes I feel bad when I'm trying to put people out there and I'll forget people. Like, I want to try to keep it, like, under a minute or so because people, like, our attention span is so short.
Yeah.
And I gotta watch the whole fucking thing. And, you know, I want to make sure I condense it enough for everybody like, yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, cool. Like, I already know who you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many great people here that we even met people in another state. Like, we have James, King of the Golden State. We have Team Nerd Herd.
Yeah.
Comics, who's in Baltimore. There's so many people everywhere. And in order for us, like, I had the pleasure of meeting Moonlit. Had the pleasure of being on Steve's channel. So it's great that we can do that now, you know, through this.
Mm-hmm.
Do everything. And it's amazing to do that. But this community is definitely awesome. And there's some fucked up people. 10,000%. Do they all talk shit? 10,000%. But I guarantee $10,000, they won't say that shit to your face when they see you in person.
I think, was I telling you at the comic swap? I think I was telling you or Justin, No Good Comics, right? So it must have been Justin, because when I saw you, like my energy had picked up by then. Yo, so I meet Justin, No Good Comics, so big shout out to Justin. So then I was like, yo, hug him, whatever. But then my energy was off. So then I guess he kind of sensed it, and I was just like, yo, you see that dude right there? That dude was talking mad shit. And I was just like it was like some, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I was like, yo, that dude was talking mad shit. And then I was just like I will be wrong if I say something. And Justin was just like, yo, like, he's just like, relax. Like, what's wrong with you, DJ Linx? Like,
yeah. He wasn't.
Yeah, that dude threw me so off. But then he was just like, whatever, man. Let's see. I'm getting worked up. Fire me. I'm already fired.
Nah, like, you know, you got these people who are like keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even respond. But if I see you in person, I have that same energy.
You know, but you know what's it stuck with me, because obviously, you know, like doing this for a while, you get some wild comments and shit like that, and just people talking shit. What happens is when it first starts, that's when it stings, because like I didn't develop my my skin yet, my thick skin. So then I'm like everything kind of hurts, and like the criticism hurts. It's just like, yo, my man, you can't afford a light, and it's like, yo, like that shit bothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shit, yo, your camera resolution looks way better than mine, bro. Shit, I want my laptop camera. Gotta make sure it's clean. Shit, fuck it.
Yeah, nah, so that's what, like, in the beginning, it was just like,
that's how you know you made it though.
Yeah, so that's why I was just like, but I don't. That's what I remember, and I specifically remember this dude, and I saw him, and I was just like, and then he comes up, and then he's talking to me like nothing, and I was just like, yeah, so we got slabs here, and then this is the blah blah. There's some keys thrown in, there's some free books thrown in, and then all the time I'm just like, this motherfucker. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
You should have told me something.
Basically, my man, you can't afford a light. Yo, big shout out to Mr. Nick's Kicks and Comics. But my man, BX Boxer, I want to thank you for joining me today. This was truly, I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
No, I was fun being here. You know, thank you for inviting me to be in the mix with you. I really appreciate it. It was fun, man. It was fun. We spoke a lot. Still a lot to talk about. But we're not gonna run 3 hours on talking. There's a lot to talk about.
It's a lot to talk about. I still want you to do the peg thing to Anthony Santos.
If you pull up that track right now,
I don't have it on this
computer.
computer.
I will totally 110% do it. Fuck if we get flagged by YouTube, but I will totally do it.
Yo, I don't have that track, and I don't have the lower third that I made for you. So those are.
Good, man. No worries. It was an honor to be here, man. Thank you for the invite.
No, of course, and the door is always open. Whenever you want to, hop back on, chop it up again. If you got something to promote, want to be on rap battle, judge, whatever the case may be, the door is always open for you. You know what I mean? I keep it a buck with all my In the Mix alumni. And so thank you. And then I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming out tonight. I want to thank everybody in the chat that donated to the cause for Roscoe. So big shout out to Roscoe. If you haven't, I'm sorry for keeping repeating myself, but the post is there. Make sure you visit that. If you can donate to him, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I want to wish everyone a safe weekend. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth, which is on Monday. And that's what we're gonna do, man. So like always, spread love is the Brooklyn way. Any parting words, sir?
Guys, you already know who it is. It's your boy BX Boxing. If you don't know now, you know. Go check out the channel. Check out the reboot for my channel. That will be coming soon. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Guys, this guy right here, an amazing guy. You guys are here. You guys already know that. Sub up to his channel. Sub up to my channel. Always support everybody. Support your local YouTubers. And support everybody in this comic community. Because at the end of the day, this is what we love to do. You know what I'm saying? It's been a pleasure being here. I wish I could have smacked Linx's chest right now, but I can't.
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ.
But I can't thank enough for having me here, man. It's always a fun night.
All right, cool, man. Thank you for being here, young buck. Only 32. Peace.
You know it.
Ah!